everybody, I have an exciting announcement. My new album, Just My Guitars Volume 2, is now available for download. I cover old and newer rock songs using only guitars and only the guitars I own. You can download individual songs or the whole album from Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, and a few others that I can't think of at the moment. Links to those are in the description, so go check it out. And most of all, enjoy. This album has even more than Volume 1, so feel free to check them both out. And now, on to the video. Hi, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac. Last time, the Siren was putting Commissioner Gordon under her spell. Once she sings her note 2 octaves above high C, no man can resist her. He'll do anything she tells him.
I want you to call Batman.
Batman?
Call him and have him meet you in some neutral place.
If you desire.
He settles on Barbara's apartment, but he won't be meeting Batman there.
Barbara Gordon's apartment? Why there?
Ours is not to reason why, Dick. We're duly deputized minions of the law. Commissioner Gordon is our immediate superior, and good crime fighters always obey orders.
We haven't mentioned that in a long time. I'm not sure we mentioned it at all in Season 2, and some of the interactions with the police there were, somewhat less than cordial. Now the question in my mind is, are we going to go anywhere with that, or is it just an excuse to get them there?
I don't know how long they'll be there, so we'll have to work fast. Now remember, your primary mission is to discover the location of the Batcave and the true identities of Robin and Batman.
To that end, he's to hide in the trunk. Does that thing have a lock on it? Seems like anybody can open it anytime they want. And then get out once they're in the Batcave. When he learns where it is and who Batman and Robin are, he's to call her.
Would any of you care for a soft drink?
No, thank you, Miss Gordon. We might find it too relaxing.
Most soft drinks in 1967 had caffeine in them. If you find that relaxing, get the wiring in your head checked. We get a scene in Siren's lair where we meet her henchmen, Allegro and Andante, and learn that she plans to get Bruce Wayne's fortune, eliminate Batman, and basically take over Gotham City. Back in Barbara's apartment, Batman and Robin have already left to see if the Batcomputer can help. Chief O'Hara decides it's time to leave, too.
If I hear from him, I'll call you.
Do that. Even if I'm out, I'll get the message.
Even if you're out, you'll answer?
Well, not exactly that. My phone answers for me.
Oh, sure, and it's one of those tricky little gizmos that answers in your own voice.
Yes, Chief, it's called an answering machine. Because it's a machine. And it answers... Oh, never mind.
At least it won't be answering in Lorelei Circe's voice, or all the windows in this building would be broken.
Whose voice?
Lorelei Circe. She's the world-famous chanteuse who's appearing in Gotham City. She has a range of 7 octaves, and when she sings her highest note, I'm told only hunting dogs can hear it and are completely stunned.
Well, let's hope your father doesn't run into her.
3, 2, 1...
Charlie, am I jumping to the world's biggest conclusion? Could my father run into Lorelei Circe?
You said she's a chanteuse, a singer. Suppose he did run into her. Why do you assume she'd do something evil? For all you know, they went out for drinks.
Lorelei Circe. Lorelei, a temptress, a siren who lives in a grotto. The Grotto Arms. I read that's where she's been staying.
But Charlie agrees, so that clinches it. Off to change to Batgirl. And I know I'm going to get nailed, so I'll post this in such a way that hopefully I can get past the copyright block and it'll show up on time. It's worth the headaches to let this run.
Batgirl, 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 Batgirl. Where do you come from? Where do you go? What is your scene, baby? We just gotta know. Batgirl, 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 Batgirl. Are you a chick who fell in from outer space? Or are you real with a tender, warm embrace? Yeah, whose baby are you? Batgirl, 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 Batgirl. Yeah, whose baby are you? Batgirl.
You know what? I'm not going to screen comments this time. Have fun with it. Do I even have to mention that a man wrote it? The Batcomputer isn't going to be any help locating Commissioner Gordon.
Of course it doesn't understand our question about Commissioner Gordon. It can't answer it. Commissioner Gordon represents law and order. The Batcomputer is programmed to deal only with criminals.
Holy one-track bat computer mind.
They head upstairs to eat while Alfred stays downstairs to dust some of the equipment.
Commissioner Gordon, what are you doing here?
You? You're Alfred, millionaire Bruce Wayne's butler. And that voice, the same nameless voice that often answers the bat phone.
He's met Alfred multiple times. It only took him 3 years to recognize his voice. Gordon's been taking policeman lessons. He also knows who Batman is now.
I must convey this information at once to the Siren.
The Siren? I think you're making a grave error of judgment, sir.
You're being very civilized about this, Alfred. Most butlers would do anything in their power at this moment to stop me.
Quite right, Commissioner.
Oh.
Bruce and Dick are upstairs, still trying to figure out where to look for Commissioner Gordon. Alfred appears and says, "I found him."
Commissioner Gordon.
Commissioner Gordon.
Sound asleep, sir. I found him in the Batcave.
Sound asleep in the Batcave?
But he was awake when he stepped out of the rear of the Batmobile.
Alfred explains the whole thing, how Gordon sorted out their identities and tried to phone someone called the Siren when Alfred gave him about 12 hours worth of bat sleep. What do we do with him? In her lair, Siren is getting to call someone. Allegro offers to do it for her.
Oh, no, Andante. I'm the only person in the world that can deliver my message to Mr. Bruce Wayne.
The millionaire playboy?
The soon-to-be ex-millionaire playboy.
Is Bruce Wayne the only millionaire in this city? We saw all through season 2 that there's lots of others like him, but he's the only one anybody seems to go after.
My next move is to relieve Mr. Wayne of his fabulous fortune. With Batman revealed by Commissioner Gordon and thus permanently impaired, and with Bruce Wayne's millions in my possession, I'll be unstoppable.
Is Batgirl going to dive in there and get caught again because she took on too many people at once? No, she slips out. Siren calls Bruce Wayne and does her magic on him.
Meet me in my private office at the Wayne Foundation building in a half hour. I'll be there.
Is everything all right, sir?
Everything is fine, Alfred.
Where are you going, Bruce?
That is not your concern, Dick. I have a personal matter to attend to.
Zombie Bruce heads out the door while Dick and Alfred stand around and puzzle about it. Before Dick can decide to go after him, the bat phone sounds.
Robin, this is Batgirl.
Batgirl. On the bat phone?
I'm in Commissioner Gordon's office. No one else is here. I must speak to Batman at once.
I'm afraid he's unavailable right now. Can I help you?
Well, perhaps you can. A frightful thing is happening. I can't go into detail over the phone.
She then proceeds to do just that. She explains Siren's plan for Bruce Wayne, which confirms what just happened to him. Robin says, "Meet me at the Wayne Foundation building and we'll get to the bottom of this."
In the Wayne Foundation building.
I hope you caught that little gag. If not, back the video up and pay special attention to the painting. In the safe are his family's jewels, all his heirlooms, and all his ready cash. Andante also has the paperwork to sign all his other assets over to her.
I now have everything I want. Everything.
Except the identity of Batman. Batman.
Don't say any more, Bruce. Thankfully, he doesn't. She tries calling Gordon's office again, just in case he's been trying to call her. He's still not there, as we already know. O'Hara is manning the office.
Go jump in Gotham Park Lake.
We saw Batgirl and Robin come in just then.
There's no escape, Siren. You'd better give yourself up.
We'll soon see about that.
That won't do you any good at all. Girls are impervious to your entrancing voice.
And I'm wearing bat earplugs that successfully screen out any sound above 14,000 decibels.
That had to be Alfred's idea. No way Robin thought of it on his own.
Your goose, so to speak, is cooked.
Not by a long shot, short stuff. I now own this building.
Is that true, Mr. Wayne?
She now owns this building.
And I hereby order you off the premises. This is private property, and you cannot come in here without a warrant.
Batgirl wants to fight it out, but Robin says no, she's got us. We have to leave.
You'll pay a pretty price for this, Siren.
Robin actually had a plan. Maybe getting his driver's license jump-started his brain. With the receiver in his ear, he hears the Siren's next plan for Bruce Wayne.
Let's get this thing over with.
What are you going to do with him?
Bruce Wayne, that penniless fop. Now that he has no fortune, he's going to do what many other bankers in his position have done. He's going to leap off the roof.
Robin and Batgirl are making out in a broom closet. She hasn't figured out yet that he's underage.
Dropping that bugging device was a smart move, Robin.
Maybe not smart enough. They've just taken the elevator to the roof. She's going to make Bruce Wayne jump.
Oh, they're listening to his bug to see what Siren's going to do. My mistake. I must have been thinking about what would be on my mind if I was in a broom closet with Yvonne Craig.
The stairway?
Yes, you're in good shape.
I'm not, so you go first in case you have to drag me part of the way. Siren has Bruce just about ready to step off.
Don't do it, Mr. Wayne!
We get a fun fight scene while Bruce Wayne walks around in a daze, probably still looking for a good place to jump. Batgirl and Robin look like they get into the fight a little too much and forget about Bruce, so he could still be doomed if they don't pay attention.
And help my men.
Sorry about this, Mr. Wayne.
Robin says, I'll pull you up if you reverse your spell on Mr. Wayne.
I might try singing an antidote note.
Then do it.
Oh, but that's 3 octaves above high C. Nobody's ever done it before. My voice would be gone. I'd rather die. I'd rather live.
Funny how quickly people abandon that cliche when it's a real possibility. Here we go.
Robin. Batgirl, what's going on here?
He can't remember a thing that happened while he was under her spell, so here's hoping Commissioner Gordon won't either. Only one way to find out.
Batman! Barbara, what's going on?
You were under the spell of the Siren, Daddy.
The Siren, eh? The last thing I remember is, it's funny, I can't remember the last thing I remember.
I won't try to dissect that sentence. Their identities are safe, and Batgirl went to see about Chief O'Hara.
But after she rescued me, she just vanished. I walked over to the office to dry off, but I didn't do much drying.
Be sure and wring it out on the carpet, Chief. That's the best way to ingratiate yourself with the boss.
All's well that ends well. Particularly now that millionaire Bruce Wayne's millions have been returned to him.
And Siren will be singing her stunning notes from a cage with iron bars.
She won't be singing at all. She said that antidote note destroyed her voice, and we watched her fussing over her voice after she did it. Which raises the question, how did Gordon and O'Hara get released from her spell? She could only do that antidote once, so what did they do to get those two back to normal? Well, see, Robin happened to record her antidote note on the little bat tape recorder on his utility belt, then he just played it back to him. Except Chief O'Hara was in the lake and only just got back, and he's already okay. I know, before she left to get the Chief, Robin gave Batgirl a copy of the recording, and she played it for the Chief. I think that covers everybody. So that's my story. Just go with it.
What in the world was that?
It's our newly developed criminal sensor bat indicator, Commissioner, which apparently suggests that Penguin has returned to the environs of Gotham City.
Already? We just saw him 3 episodes ago. But this time he has a partner.
Lulu! Speak to me, Lulu!
Don't call me Lulu, Pengy. It's Senora Lola Lasagna now. And I'm not here in Gotham City to be bothered by you. I'm here to enter my prize-winning horse in the Wayne Foundation Handicap.
She thinks Lola Lasagna is a better name than Lulu. All right, then.
And not only Penguin, Commissioner, but some new female accomplice named Lola Lasagna.
If she's his new accomplice, she doesn't know it yet. Penguin has plans for that horse race that probably aren't exactly according to the rules. Some of the people they got to appear on this show continue to amaze me. Joan Collins was not a small deal at this time. She'd been in several movies, among other things, and would only continue to rise as a star. As we all know, she reached her peak on Dynasty, a show that I never watched, so I have no idea what she did there and don't really care. The point is, we have major stars, both past and present, who are begging to be on this show. It was a true phenomenon, and everybody wanted a piece of it. Being on Batman was kind of like a rite of passage for some, and a sign that you'd made it for others. I don't think we'll ever fully understand how that happened, but I, for one, am glad it did. Once again, we have really good pacing and a smooth story. Batgirl gets as much screen time as Robin does, while Batman is in the background. And the part that amazes me the most is, even though we've cut our runtime in half, there's still plenty of time to stand around and talk to the villains instead of engaging them right away. Aspiring screenwriters should study how they did that. We've had the Riddler trying to take over professional boxing, and now Penguin sticking his nose into horse racing. What's he up to? We'll find out next time. Until then, I'm Irving, and I'm an Adamaniac.